Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of your favorite travel show about Poland, Poland Daily Travel, over 1,300 episodes and counting. Now, you see behind me one of the towers of the castle here in Ciechanów. This is the Duke of Mazowia's castle. It was built as a bulwark against the Teutonic Knights in the 1300s, but before that, threats from tribes like Lithuanians, those savage people of the time, the Lithuanians. The Prussians, ever heard of them? Another tribe, very desperate characters who were threatening the Dukes of Mazovia. And they didn't like that because the Dukes of Mazovia didn't take any nonsense from anyone, not even the King of Poland. The King of Poland had to get along with them, and they tried to get along with him as well because of these threats that I just mentioned. At any rate, we've got these two towers which you see of the castle, still beautifully preserved. Remember, this was built back in the 1300s, from 1350 to the end of the century, and that it was not destroyed because it was abandoned in the 17th century. So the Swedes, who went about destroying every castle they could find, they could get close to in Poland, particularly the ones that were in smaller towns or villages, did not destroy this one because there was nobody home. There was just no one here. They realized it wasn't defensible. At any rate, it's a beautiful castle. You must come here. When you come to Ciechanów, come here. They're very nice. You'll get a ticket for 10 or 20 zlotys, which is not much. It's $2.50 or $5. I can't remember what I paid, but it's not much. And goes to a good cause, which is the preservation of the best castle of this type, the Crusader castle, in the whole of Mazovia. Right, let's go look inside. We'll go for a walk inside and see some of the exhibition, okay? Maybe show you some implements of war. So, see you just after the trailer. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. I'm Will Richardson in Ciechanów. Okay, everybody, welcome back. This is the armory, the weapons room, and you can see, look at these old school rifles. Those look like from, gosh, I'm not even sure. Those would be maybe Renaissance rifles, I think. I bet. Here you have typical sort of armory. Now you're going to put this on your hand, right? You're going to put this on your hand and, show everybody your mastery. I think that's the wrong way. I think this is the right way. Yep, this is the right way. Look at that. Yeah. Now you could certainly wear this and make a big noise, literally and figuratively, at the disco on Saturday night. Look at that. Yeah. I am Iron Hand, yeah? So, or Steel Man, Man of Steel. That's amazing. Look, I'm not going to put the helmet on. Come on, I'm not going to do that. But you take a sword like this, it's pretty heavy. You're going to need to handle this probably with two hands and one on the end. It's not that forgiving, but when you're using this, you're going to want your gloves on because this is going to hurt your hand. But that's to keep your hand from getting cut off, of course, when people are attacking you. But that's a pretty useful weapon and could be used for stabbing as well. Very good against mounted or, people higher up than you, or to keep a distance if they've got a spear. You could parry that spear and then move forward, and you got to go. But you're going to need two hands. Okay. You can hold it with one hand, but it's not going to be effective to get any kind of thrust. You're going to need or any kind of power on a downward slice, you're going to need that. Look, this looks like a machete, doesn't it? This is the kind of stuff I used to see in Nicaragua. I don't think you can take it off. Yeah, it just looks like a machete. I mean, this is a time-honored type of cutting and slashing tool. This is more of your traditional sword here. Now, this one you can use with one hand. That's fine. Those big ones, forget it. That's why you see people doing all these movements in their armor in the movies with these. And again, these are two-handed swords. All of these are two-handed swords up here. Of course, your sword arm would get very strong. Your right or left arm would get very strong by working out with these swords. And you have your spears for long distance puncturing. These you can both chop and spear with. You know, you've seen this sort of stuff before. It's quite a nice collection, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's move on. That's the armory. Let's move on to the next room. Okay? Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. We're here, you can just have a look out over the courtyard from here. And we have the nice medieval walkway. Look how high these walls are from here. It was built to last, And defended on this end by a marsh and on this end by a river that runs into the lake and the marsh. And the river runs out that way. I don't know what's on the other side, but probably more marsh. This was chosen for a particular reason, for that reason. And perhaps the other river is out here. Hard to say from here. The Vikra must be close. Right. Thanks for watching. Bit brisk up here. See you on the next program.